The big headlines this week was the positive vaccine news, which sparked all kinds of rotations, sending small cap and value stocks soaring and the megatech and growth stocks tumbled. And Bank of America has noted that after 52.5 million infections, 591 million tests, 37 million recoveries, 1.3 million deaths, and 219 countries and territories across the globe impacted, this week's coronavirus news has rightfully propelled financial markets into the stratosphere. In the stampede, this week saw small caps surge to their second best week versus the Nasdaq since Trump was elected in 2016. And momentum stocks suffered their second worst week in history, crashing over 13%. But as part of the rotation, energy stocks soared over 16% higher this week. And as expected, the VIX crashed and is now back below 24. Remember, it was over 40 just 2 weeks ago. So, where does the market go from here? And today we're going to look at one chart, the 6-month daily chart, simply because the monthly and the weekly actually haven't changed that much. Now, looking here at the price chart, we can see a couple of channels. Let's just draw a line there and then draw a line there. But another channel I think is also important is this channel line here and then that channel line there. These are not straight lines, but you get the idea. And I think this longer term trend line channel is probably the more important of the two. Now we're heading on up toward the top of that trend line, and I would expect, say, next week, the week after, that it would hit that and then get reflected back down as it did here. Now this passed through up here, but I think it's going to get reflected down and maybe test this bottom trend line again in the near future. Moving down here, you can't see much there. Into the MAC, again, the shorter trend line from here to here and say through here is probably pretty important, but we've already gone above there. There is a pretty decent difference between the fast line and the slow line, indicating that we have more to go. Into the histogram, can see that there's a little bit of a topping process going on, not as sharp as here or down here. So again, I think things are going to carry into next week, perhaps the week after. Now, much the same here in the price rate of change. One thing to note is we're not as high here as we are here. So we need to really continue powering on up, but I'm not sure how much power there is in the market right now. Into the relative strength, we still have this downward trend line, which has been a consistent theme for some time. Keep your eye out. Same thing here with the stochastics, downward trend line. This needs to power up into that overbought territory. We're getting a reflection here with the fast line, so it's possible we can get in here and reach, say, this level there, and I think that's important for us to continue that upward movement. And into the Williams, a bit of a topping process perhaps showing here, not real convincing as, say, this was, but we'll have to keep our eyes on that anyway. I think things are going to continue chugging into next week and then into perhaps the week after. Not absolutely sure, but we do have some space for the market to continue moving on up before it's reflected down. And that shows up both in the price chart as well as the oscillators. So keep your eye out. And for today, that's ChewDog Charts. Thank you.